Birth comes naturally to nature, but the birth of consciousness is fragile, rare, and requires a higher frequency. What if the greatest transformation we can live isn't given, but built within us? Today, we dive into Old Billy's reflection on frequency, where life, vibration, and awareness converge into the flow of existence itself.
When the fog descended, silence settled over the village after the discovery of Old Billy's departure. His notes were left stacked, serving as entertainment for the locals who chose to share them with others.
I am a father and was there at the birth of my 3 children. It is a moment of light where nature screams to our hearts, imposing its greatness upon the limitations of the rational mind. This is a natural, unconscious process where no intentional vibration is required from us. Even so, I say this is the greatest emotion a human man can experience. On the other hand, we are life, and transforming ourselves into an oasis is something that requires a massive deconstruction effort to reach a frequency level capable of giving birth to life in the improbable. Furthermore, we can lose everything in a fraction of a second if we close the spring of water with our doubts and fears. Births of consciousness are delicate, which is why there are fewer oases than we would like. The awareness of living frequency is life that goes on.
Analysis of frequency. Old Billy text explores the nature of creation, transformation, and the fragility of consciousness through the metaphor of birth, both physical and existential. It juxtaposes natural, unconscious creation, the birth of a child, with deliberate, conscious transformation, becoming an oasis. This contrast highlights a central theme. Some forms of creation happen effortlessly, through nature's command. Other forms require deep, intentional work, yet remain fragile and easily undone. The birth of life, nature's command. The first section reflects on the birth of a child as an overwhelming, primal experience. Old Billy describes it as a moment of light, where nature asserts itself beyond the limits of rational thought. This aligns with existentialist philosophy, which often acknowledges moments of profound experience, what Sartre might call a pure confrontation with being. The phrase, imposing its greatness upon the limitations of the rational mind, suggests that life's most profound moments are beyond intellectual comprehension. The experience of birth here is not a choice. It simply happens effortlessly as part of nature's flow. This sets up an interesting contrast with the second section, where birth takes on an entirely different character, one that demands deliberate effort. The birth of an oasis, the effort of conscious transformation. Shifting from biological birth to spiritual/metaphysical birth, you introduce a higher form of creation, one that requires struggle, deconstruction, and frequency alignment. The metaphor of an oasis in the improbable suggests the challenge of bringing life into barren, inhospitable spaces, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Unlike the effortless birth of a child, creating an oasis requires active work and vulnerability. The warning that we can lose everything in a fraction of a second speaks to the fragility of consciousness, how doubt and fear can instantly halt transformation. This suggests that human potential is both immense and precarious. While nature ensures the birth of new life, the birth of awakened consciousness depends on our ability to sustain the right frequency. Frequency as the essence of life. The final sentence declares frequency as life itself. Here, frequency likely represents a state of being, elevated awareness, alignment with truth. The concept of frequency is used to describe the state of being necessary for conscious birth, a vibrational force, the energy we emit and sustain. The awareness of living frequency is presented as the key to sustaining life and growth. a flow of existence, continuous, ever-moving. The refrain, "life that goes on," reinforces the idea that life is an ongoing process of transformation and renewal. This echoes concepts from quantum mechanics, spirituality, and even Taoism, where existence is not static but a process of vibration and flow. Just as the oasis is rare, so too is awakened consciousness. It must be cultivated, protected, and sustained. The phrase, "life that goes on," reinforces the idea that frequency is not a fixed state, but a living movement. Final reflection. The text presents two contrasting modes of creation. Nature's effortless birth, instinctive, unconscious, inevitable. The intentional birth of consciousness, deliberate, fragile, and requiring alignment. This suggests a deep existential truth. While nature gives us life, it is up to us to nurture higher awareness. And yet, like an oasis, consciousness is vulnerable. Doubt, fear, and misalignment can make it vanish. In the end, the text is a meditation on the responsibility of being alive. Life itself may be automatic, but its deeper purpose depends on how well we maintain our frequency.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry Dr. Andrew Weber is absent, but he left us some notes, and since Ava mentioned that this text resonates with quantum mechanics, I'd like to ask Ivy to read a little bit of it, please.
Sure, it is my pleasure. Here it goes. Greetings to all my Old Billies group. Here is my collaboration with the frequency note, but first and foremost, I call your attention for some important considerations. It is crucial to note that these are metaphorical interpretations, not direct scientific assertions. Quantum mechanics is a complex and constantly evolving field, and its philosophical interpretations are subject to debate. Nevertheless, quantum mechanics provides a vocabulary and conceptual framework that can enrich our understanding of abstract concepts such as consciousness and personal transformation. I hope it adds on your process of self-development. Quantum mechanics, with its fundamentally different approach to reality compared to classical physics, could interpret the text frequency in interesting and metaphorical ways. Here are some perspectives based on quantum concepts. 1. Moment of light and quantum states. The moment of light, described in the birth of children, can be seen as a high-energy event, an abrupt transition between states, similar to a quantum leap. In quantum mechanics, transitions between energy states are often accompanied by the emission or absorption of photons, which are particles of light. 2. Frequency and quantum vibration. The central concept of frequency resonates deeply with quantum mechanics, where everything is seen as vibration in quantum fields. The idea of reaching a frequency level capable of giving birth to life in the improbable can be interpreted as achieving a state of quantum resonance, where the probability of improbable events increases. 3. Deconstruction and quantum tunneling. The massive deconstruction effort required for the birth of consciousness can be compared to quantum tunneling, where particles can overcome seemingly insurmountable energy barriers. This suggests that personal transformation may require an effort to overcome mental and emotional barriers, allowing consciousness to tunnel to a new state. 4. Losing everything in a fraction of a second and wave function collapse. The fragility of births of consciousness and the possibility of losing everything in a fraction of a second can be compared to the collapse of the wave function in quantum mechanics. In quantum mechanics, a quantum system exists in a superposition of states until it is measured, at which point it collapses into a specific state. Similarly, consciousness can exist in a state of potential until doubt or fear causes its collapse. 5. Life that goes on and the quantum field. The phrase, "the awareness of living frequency is life that goes on," can be interpreted in light of the idea that life is a manifestation of a fundamental quantum field that is always in a constant state of flux and transformation. Warm regards to all of you.
Dear Ava, your analysis and the one provided by Dr. Weber perfectly complement each other, and I'm grateful for the privilege of hearing both of you. I can't help but imagine old Billy's expression, knowing that his words are receiving such thoughtful attention. Well, I suppose that's just the way life goes on. Thanks, Brian, and thanks to you all.